Good morning. You are listening to Instant Breakfast New Brunswick on CHSR Radio 97.9 FM this February 7th, 2019. I am your host, John Heinstein. Going to be serving you up a hearty breakfast of New Brunswick tunage this morning. So, it came across my Facebook feed that the CBC Music Searchlight competition is now open for voting. That's an annual competition that's open to all Canadian songwriters, compete for a massive grand prize. So I thought for this week's episode, we take a listen to some of the New Brunswick entrants of that. If you want to check out information on the CBC Music Searchlight and vote, and you can vote once a day for whomever you want on the list. It's not restricted to New Brunswick musicians, but I, of course, would encourage it. Go to www.cbcmusicsearchlight.ca. Scroll down a little bit, you'll see an artist entries link. You can enter an artist name if you're searching for someone in particular, or you can select a region such as New Brunswick. The default search is all of Canada. Underneath, you'll see a list of artists matching your search query. You can click on the image of an artist. A little pop-up will show. Give you the option to listen to their tune. It's in the form of a YouTube video. And then vote. Between the 5th of February and the 26th of February, you can vote once a day. The way the judging works is it's split into voting for part of the adjudication process, and then there's a panel of celebrity judges who choose the remainder of the musicians. So it's a 3-round process. We're currently in round 1. It's between February 5th and February 14th. The opening round is open to all of the entrants, and the results of that opening round will narrow the competition down to 100 songs, 100 artists and songs. 50 of the songs that make it past the first round are determined by audience voting. So it's important that you get out there and vote for the people you think deserve to be on that list. The other 50 of the songs are chosen by the judge panel. So we end up with a long list of 100 songs, and then between February 15th and 26th, there's a second round of voting, and that will eliminate 90 of those songs, move it down to a 10-song short list. 7 of those songs are chosen by the judges, and 3 of them by your voting. So again, your voting is important. And then we move into the final round, the shortlist round, between February 28th and March 5th, and that is exclusively chosen by the judge panel, and they select the grand prize winner from that 10-song shortlist. And there are some incredible prizes to be won here. I'm going to go through them because it's pretty cool what you can actually win if you have the top song in the Canada Searchlight competitions. To start out, and this is a $100,000 value, you get the Alan Slate Juno Masterclass Artist Development Program in Toronto, whether you're an individual singer-songwriter or a band, because both can compete. This is a week-long artist development program. It's held in Toronto. You get airfare, accommodations, and a per diem. So that's the big one, but there are some incredible opportunities for budding musicians here. You get a performance spot at a music industry showcase in Toronto. You get an all-expenses-paid trip to the 2020 Juno Awards, a performance slot at the 2020 Juno Fest, which is a 2-day music festival taking place during Juno Week. You get to appear in mini documentaries that they do, which profile the masterclass participants, and that'll run on junotv.ca. You also get consideration for a performance spot at the 2020 Juno Gala Dinner and Awards Show. That's cool. That's a nationally televised event. I mean, the prizes don't stop here. It goes on and on. A 5-day, 4-night residency at the National Music Centre in Calgary, where you get recording time, so a week of recording time, basically. A performance slot at cbcmusic.ca festival at Echo Beach in Toronto, and your song is likely to be showcased on the various radio shows on CBC Radio. So CBC Radio 1, CBC Music, Radio 3, CBC Digital, and CBC TV at any point during the contest. No guarantees for that one, but the further you move along through the rounds, the more likely it is that that will happen. The winner announced March 7th, so we've got a little bit of time before 30 days before that happens. Get out there and vote. We're going to play some sampling of New Brunswick musicians who are in this competition, and I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised by how good this is. I think New Brunswick has a very strong competitive force in this competition. So there's the voting, there's the judging too, the judging criteria. This is what the judges are going to be evaluating the songs based on. Number one, their general impression of the song, then the quality of the music and lyric composition, the vocals, and the potential for success in the Canadian music industry. So, there's that commercialization aspect. So it's important. And the submissions are not just audio format, they're video format also. You see visuals of the artist. It's not a beauty competition, but it does give you an opportunity to show your performance skills, which are incredibly important. You need to connect to the audience. So this YouTube video allows you to. Go to the CanadaSearchlight.ca page, and you'll be able to see all of these videos and vote. There's a really wide breadth of different styles. You've got bands, you've got singer-songwriters, you've got some really high-quality products, some songs that are part of existing albums with bands who have been around for a long time, and then you've got some singer-songwriters who are just sitting in front of a low-end mic on their computer and singing their song. It does not necessarily mean that those are lower quality. It's very difficult to choose one song out of this wide variety of different things. So much good music. Anyway, I've gone through the New Brunswick entrants. There's, 20, 25 of them or so, and picked about 10 of them that I thought were maybe some of the stronger ones or the ones that personally tweaked my buttons. We're going to start out this morning with a really fun tune. It's by a local Fredericton musician, Mike Bravener. He's been around for a long time. He's a musician, he's a clergyman, and he's possibly best known for being a professional Elvis impersonator, or as he says in his Bandcamp page, an Elvis tribute artist. That is the correct term, I guess. The guy's very musical, he's very charismatic. Got to be if you're going to be an Elvis tribute artist. And he has passed that on to his sons, the band The Hypochondriacs, who won a slew of Music New Brunswick awards this year. Album of the Year, SoCan Song of the Year, Emerging Artist of the Year, Country Artist of the Year. So his sons, Josh and Aaron, form the core of the Hypochondriacs. And they are playing on this tune too. So Aaron on drums and Josh not on guitar, which is what he plays in the Hypochondriacs, but on piano, and he's quite an accomplished piano player. And then we've got the bass player for the Hypochondriacs, Jamie guitar, and then a couple of musicians from an older band, Sissy and the Hobos, Shane guitar on guitar, and Juanita Bourque on backup vocals. This is it's a great tune. It's in that rockabilly kind of style of Elvis, the Hypochondriacs. Good story behind how this song came to be. So it's called Romance Slowed Me Down. And it was written while Mike worked at the local chapters in Fredericton. And one morning, Mike's manager was asking, "How are you making out putting away your cart of books?" And one of the customer experience representatives replied, "I was moving right along, but romance slowed me down." And Mike saw the makings of a great song lyric there, pulled out his pad of paper, wrote those words down, and 6 months later, the rest of the song came to fruition while he was putting away a cart of romance novels, saw the titles of those books, and the song was fully composed the next day. Anyway, this is a great way to start the morning. Lively tune, wake you right up. Here's Mike Bravener with Romance Slowed Me Down.
Romance slowed me down. Saturday in the middle of June, she walked through the door. Across the room, I thought to myself, just too good to be true. And when passion rules and when you dare, all she did was toss her hair. Portrait of desire, man, should I make my move? And romance me down. Romance slowed me down. I was settled and surprised. She tied me up, she tied me down when I looked into her eyes. The wicked Duke takes a wife, I'm selling you no lie. I was moving along and then romance slowed me down. You're nowhere near respectable. Taken by midnight when the moon is full. Man, she could seduce me in my dreams. Oh, was she the Duchess of Sin? Could this be an affair without end? Just like heaven, love always wins. Yeah, romance, slow me down. Romance slowed me down. I was settled and surprised. Yeah, she tied me up, she tied me down, and I looked into her eyes. The wicked Duke takes a wife, I'm setting you no lie. I was moving along and then romance slowed me down. Tempted by a warrior, well, you better guard your heart. True love will vanish in plain sight. So turn the corner on fantasy. Fiction can be mystery. You better get on home to the one you love tonight. And let romance slow you down. Romance slowed me down. Settled and surprised. She tied me up, she tied me down when I looked into her eyes. The wicked Duke takes a wife, I'm setting you no lie. I was moving along and then romance slowed me down. Just moving along and then the romance slowed me down. Oh, moving along and then romance slowed me down.
That was Mike Bravener with Romance Slowed Me Down. What a great tune. Didn't slow me down. There's a little bit of dancing happening here in the radio station while that was playing. Going through some of the entrants of the CBC Searchlight songwriting competition this morning. Songs from the New Brunswick roster. And next we have Catherine Kennedy from St. John, who came out with an EP in 2018 called 50-50 Chance. And her song is from that album. It's a tune called Maybe Tomorrow. So she's a singer-songwriter. Been playing for quite a while, done a lot of traveling musically. Been in a bunch of countries like France and Germany and England and Belgium. Currently, she is in Wolfville, Nova Scotia. She's studying music therapy there. I think this is a very strong entry. She's a really good songwriter, good acoustic guitar player, and above all, a great voice. Really knows how to use it. It's very controlled, but very expressive at the same time. Let's dive into this tune, Catherine Kennedy, from the album 50-50 Chance, Maybe Tomorrow.
I wish it was as simple as the inspirational sayings on my wall. But they stare right through me, discourage me more than anything at all. And they say, live your life, risk it all, take the chance, take the fall. But I'm saving my words for a rainy day, sending you silence, sending it your way. Maybe if my voice stopped hiding behind these red lips, could speak their mind to you and say that I'd climb mountains high to find you, and I'd swim oceans and waters wide. I'd travel through forests of beasts to reach you, just to ask you the time, and maybe catch your name, even though I'm sure as hell you don't know mine. Maybe I just don't have the courage. Maybe I'm too caught up in the fear of disappointment. But I'm saving my words for a rainy day, sending you silence, sending it your way. Maybe if you knew things would change, there's so much I'd like to say to you. Like I'd climb mountains high to find you, and I'd swim oceans and waters wide. I'd travel through forests of beasts to reach you, just to ask you the time, and maybe catch your name, even though I'm sure as hell you don't know mine. You don't know mine. Saving my words for a rainy day, sending you silence, sending it your way. Maybe if you knew things would change, there's so much I'd like to say to you. Like I'd climb mountains high to find you, and I'd swim oceans and waters wide. I'd travel through forests of beasts to reach you, just to ask you the time, and maybe catch your name, even though I'm sure as hell, I'm sure as hell, I'm sure as hell you don't know mine. You don't know mine.
That was Catherine Kennedy with the tune Maybe Tomorrow off her EP 50/50 Chance, another entrant in the CBC Music Searchlight songwriting competition. We're going to move next to, well, I don't know where these guys are from, but New Brunswick for sure, possibly Moncton. Not a lot of information out there, but they're a band that, despite the lack of internet presence, they have a giant musical presence. They really kind of tweaked my 80s funk reflexes. They get that kind of undefinable energy and the braggadocio of like 80s rock and roll mixed up with funk that you would have heard with bands like the Chili Peppers or like Living Colour, and maybe a bunch of Michael Hutchence from In Excess mixed in. Body Paint is the name of the band. Dopamine is the name of the song, and I think it's a good song title to really kind of describe the type of band that they are. Dopamine is a brain chemical, a neurotransmitter. It's often used for Parkinson's disease, but it's known as the feel-good hormone, and it's associated with feelings of euphoria and bliss, motivation, and concentration. And I think that kind of epitomizes this tune. Really energetic mix of rock and funk. It's not just a good song, well-played, really tight band, but these guys are just young, charismatic performance and have all of those elements of rock and roll, that kind of swagger combined with the talent to back it up. Really like this tune. I hope they're working on a new album. This is what they say about themselves on their Facebook page. Body Paint is a group of fellows bringing you the funkiest sound this end of the Milky Way galaxy. The gents fuse rock and funk into a sandwich better than any PB and J you've ever sunk your teeth into. I wholeheartedly concur with that. So let's listen to another entrant in the CBC Music Searchlight. This is Dopamine by Body Paint.
I can't live without you. You are my pleasure, and I'm addicted to you, baby. We've no measure. Can't explain the way I feel, no, or how I got here. Must be something within me. Oh, feel it coming in, my head is humming and I can come down. Something special to ease my stressful situation. Going through me and starting to see my full potential. La da da down, la da da down, la da 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 down. Honey, you're my dopamine, my feel-good chemical. So serene, oh, you're superficial. Pick me up when I'm down, turn my phone upside down. Dopamine, hey, oh, feel it coming, my head is humming and I can't come down. Something special to ease my stressful situation. Flowing through me and starting to see my full potential. La da da down, la da da down, la da 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 down.
That was Body Paint with Dopamine. So we're listening to New Brunswick entrants, the CBC Music Searchlight competition this year. Next up, we've got a little bit of hip-hop from Fredericton artist Ceeb Dread off his album The Fifth, a tune called Life's Music Box. You've heard some Ceeb Dread on this show in the past, including just a few weeks ago. This guy's a pretty prolific songwriter. He's got 3 albums out through BMI Studios Canada. He's got Ceeb Still Down, The Claiborne Chronicles, and The Fifth. But he just came out with a new album called CDPB Microbrewery with PB Caffeine. It's a wonderful hip-hop ode to beer. And he's got a new one coming out, Emerging Ceeb. Just had his CD released. Let's listen to some dope rhymes from Ceeb Dread, Life's Music Box.
Life, tell me about it. We don't even know how to take it sometimes. For real. It didn't come with a manual. Nope. You know? Let's get it. Anyway. Well, you can spin me around like a metal top, and I'ma keep on turning like I never stop. Try to hide my soul neath the pile of rocks, but I'll still be jumping out of life's music box. Well, you can spin me around like a metal top, and I'ma keep on turning like I never stop. Try to hide my soul neath the pile of rocks, but I'll still be jumping out of life's music box. The lights go out and the crowd gets quiet, but when Ceeb hits the stage, it's a hip-hop riot. Got people screaming loud saying Ceeb's the ish. Been the best since I found it was my mama's wish. Got the vibe for the masses, baby, bust and go. Never say hold this, yo, couldn't trust me, bro. Never been foul, nah, never rush me, no. Little Jeb got the skills to steady bust the flow. Pure hip-hop, get ready for yes. Me and me got it locked and we steady progress. Got the music set at the printing press. Y'all already know I ain't gonna suggest. Get it ready for the get down, it's not too late. Yeah, my head's in the clouds cause my ego's great. I'm convinced, not conceited about my own fate, and I happily eat the food on my plate. Well, you can spin me around like a metal top, and I'ma keep on turning like I never stop. Try to hide my soul neath the pile of rocks, but I'll still be jumping out of life's music box. Well, you can spin me around like a metal top, and I'ma keep on turning like I never stop. Try to hide my soul neath the pile of rocks, but I'll still be jumping out of life's music box. Well, time keeps ticking, I don't see it quitting, so believe me, y'all, you gon' see me spitting. I stand strong like a lion, I'll protect them kidding. You don't wanna be around when the dread get wicked. I'm a little off the chain, and the scene says pain. My lazy eye gets crazy with his dots to rain. Woke up playing a shame, son I claim a lane, and I gotta smoke weed or I maim my brain. Over time I watch life through its sing and act like it wasn't ever gonna bring the old school back. And yeah, I'm old school, but I'm still not whack. Watch them all above their heads cause they know it's fact. But with platforms and goldfish, the bells and the glitter. And back then, even the beer would taste bitter. We had love and hate and love real shifty. It's 2000 right now, it feels like the 60s. Well, you can spin me around like a metal top, and I'ma keep on turning like I never stop. Try to hide my soul neath the pile of rocks, but I'll still be jumping out of life's music box. Well, you can spin me around like a metal top, and I'ma keep on turning like I never stop. Try to hide my soul neath the pile of rocks, but I'll still be jumping out of life's music box. They said hip-hop's a fad, will be dead and gone, but they must lack faith, cause homie they dead wrong. You see, Wu-Tang's forever, so it's gonna live on. Yo, inhale these facts like you're hitting a bomb. Spit the rappers, the light kind of flow for real. Made a love so deep, I never go for steel. But in reality, nobody knows my feels. So you get it in my words, God, that's the deal. Taking no one for granted, but it's how they come. Dealing with the damn fruit so I can see I'm on. How to deal with life, your respect is one. From the bottom to the top, I can see the rung. If you can see me on stage screaming, yell for more. And to me, it means you want to help the poor. We can all ride together, knock it out, it socks, and climb back into life's music box. You can spin me around like a metal top, but I'ma keep on turning like I never stop. Try to hide my soul neath the pile of rocks, but I'll still be jumping out of life's music box. You can spin me around like a metal top, and I'ma keep on turning like I never stop. Try to hide my soul neath the pile of rocks, but I'll still be jumping out of life's music box. You can spin me around like a metal top, and I'ma keep on turning like I never stop. Try to hide my soul neath the pile of rocks, but I'll still be jumping out of life's music box. You spin me around like like a metal top, but I be keep on turning like it never stop. Try to hide my soul, need the pile of rocks, but I still be jumping out of life's music box. You know what I mean, folks? We still gonna get it right, y'all. You know how it goes. For real, being me, never stop. Yeah, life, music, yeah, cheese.
Yeah, that was Ceeb Dread off his album The Fifth Life's Music Box. You're listening to Instant Breakfast New Brunswick on CHSR Radio 97.9 FM. I'm your host, John Heinstein, and this morning we are bringing you some selections from the Canada Searchlight competition at CBC Radio. All New Brunswick entrants, of course. And next we're going to move to someone named Samaël Peltier. He's from New Brunswick originally, is living in Montreal now. He's a fingerstyle acoustic guitarist. So fingerstyle is classical roots, but lots of extended techniques, like percussive things that you do with the guitar, hammer-ons, harmonics, a lot of quarter tone bends in his music that have kind of an Asian flavor. Think guitarists like Michael Hedges or Leo Kottke or Tommy Emmanuel, and that's kind of the general area that you'll find Samaël Peltier's guitar playing. Just great, great stuff. He's been playing since the age of 12. Went down to Los Angeles in 2008 to get an associate's degree in guitar performance at the prestigious Musicians Institute, and then moved to Montreal 2012, got a bachelor's degree in classical music at Concordia, and then completed his master's in musicology. He's been not just going to school, but playing at the same time. He's played all over Quebec in rock and metal bands. A couple that I think we got to play some of this stuff on the show now that I'm aware of it. Car Chaos and Aeon's Fall, kind of progressive metal rock type stuff, but this is all instrumental, low-key, but very interesting fingerstyle acoustic guitar. You can get tab and guitar tunings for songs on his website. Just a little interesting piece of trivia. I had to Google this. Samael, not a name I'm familiar with. It's a Hebrew name. In Talmudic lore, it's the main archangel of death. And I think it's a pretty appropriate name because he's really killing it with this music. So let's take a listen to Samaël Peltier, part of the CBC Music Searchlight Songwriting Competition, off his album Shadow, a tune called Archaic Love. That was Samaël with Archaic Love off his album Shadow. Another entry in the CBC Radio Searchlight songwriting competition. Next, we're going to move to Moncton with a band called Skinny Leigh. It's Leigh Dirksen and Daniel Pervine. Leigh on the guitar and vocals and Daniel on the drums. Leigh is originally from Cleardale in northern Alberta. He's been a bit of a troubadour, playing all over the nation and living in various places, but he's currently settled in Moncton. Kind of a bluesy, groovy vibe going on in his music, a little bit of a Shaky Graves type thing. It's a really good song. It's recorded live at the Shepardy House in Dorchester. Check out the video. It's a beautiful venue. I think it may be an old converted church. Really good acoustic qualities, and it really lends itself well to the type of music that Skinny Leigh is playing. There's some great natural reverb in the room that really gets picked up by the microphones. So let's take a listen to this. Skinny Leigh, tune called Milk and Honey.
Milk and honey, I never thought I could love myself as a friend. A piece of work that still needs some working on, right till the very end. And I have loved some folks, not the very most, since I met you that day. Changed my whole wide world for the better. Changed my whole wide world. Changed my whole wide world. And I've got nothing if I don't have some love for you every day. But I've got nothing if I don't have some love for you every day. You're the most of the best that exists in this whole wide world. You're the most of the best that exists in this whole wide world. This whole wide world.
That was Skinny Leigh with Milk and Honey. Next, we're going to move to Jesse Cox. We've listened to him before. Was in Canadian Idol one year, but he's also a New Brunswick winner in the 2015 CBC Searchlight Songwriters Competition. Really good songwriter. He's got a very unique and expressive voice, writes very catchy melodic tunes. He's originally from Cape Breton, but now lives along the Rishabukto River. He's the son of musicians Dennis and Laurie Cox, who toured around Canada in the 80s with their own band. Let's listen to a great new single from him called Coldwind Love.
It's a cold wind love. It's a cold love, and letting go is tough. Right now, it'll make you hard. Give you a cold heart, this cold wind love that you found. It's a cold wind love. Better cover your head. It'll strip your soul thin, bleed your innocence. This cold wind love, it'll blow you down. Better run for shelter. There's a cold wind blowing round. Well, the times were hard. You were coming apart, but you broke your back, boy, just to stay together right from the start. You outworked them all, 'cause you're from the cave, and you can hear her call. Well, it's a cold wind, love. Better cover your head. Well, it'll strip your soul thin, bleed your innocence. This cold wind, love, it'll blow you down. Better run for shelter. There's a cold wind now. There's a cold wind blowing round. There's an empty sound in this old town. It's a cold wind, love, blowing round. It's a cold wind, love. Better cover your head. It'll strip your soul thin, bleed your innocence. This cold wind, love, it'll blow you down. Better run for shelter. There's a cold wind blowing round. Oh, there's a cold wind now. There's a cold wind now. It's a cold wind. Better
That was Jesse Cox with Coldwind Love. The hour is winding down. We probably have time for a couple of more tunes. I think next we're going to move to Matt Comeau with a song called Did You Wrong. He's from Elsipogtog First Nations, used to be called Big Cove, over in the Kutchipaquak Park region, but now based out of Fredericton. First Nations singer-songwriter. Most of his stuff is blues-based, but this song is a little bit less so, and I think it's a really nice departure from the type of music that he normally plays. It shows a different side of him and kind of extends the range of his music. He's got a great, husky, big voice and a really, really good, technically proficient guitarist. I think you're going to like this tune quite a bit. The song itself was produced by Music Nomad, which is a non-profit organization that its aim is to support and promote emerging Aboriginal musicians from Quebec and Canada. Thanks to them, we have this great new tune. Here we go. Matt Comeau, Did You Wrong?
I know I did you wrong, and I take the blame like something from a song. I know I made a mistake. Now I'm out here on the streets, got someone in my seat. I'm just trying to breathe, that's all. I don't wanna compete, you're everything I need. I just wanna come home, my love. When we're tripping, we be crazy. Maybe that's the reason why there's love and why there's hate. See, it's like your memory got hazy. Do you remember all the nights that I would hold you, called you baby doll? I said it's sexy that you're tall. Long legs, long hair, baby girl, you got it all. And I get anxious for your call, cause it's the only way I'd fall. I know I did you wrong, and I take the blame like something from a song. I know I made a mistake. Now I'm out here on the streets with someone in my seat. I'm just trying to breathe, that's all. I don't wanna compete, you're everything I need. I just wanna come home, my love. When times got tough, man, they got rough. We never had no money, we were stuck in a rut. Now it's kinda funny because we're copping trucks. Looking back, it's irony that we're splitting up. We thought that we had nothing, at least material, but still we had each other. So if I'm being real, it seems more money, more problems. And baby, I hope we solve them. I know I did you wrong, and I take the blame like something from a song. I know I made a mistake. Now I'm out here on the streets with someone in my seat. I'm just trying to breathe, that's all. I don't wanna compete, you're everything I need. I just wanna come home, my love. I know I did you wrong, I know I did you wrong. I know I did you wrong.
That was Matt Comeau with Did You Wrong. You've been listening to Instant Breakfast New Brunswick on CHSR Radio 97.9 FM. I am your host, John Heinstein, and our hour is almost up. Thank you for listening. Until next time, I am going to leave you with FM Berlin from their album At Least You're Having Fun, a tune called Ransom.
We've been up and down this road. have